Well,
what are you going to do? Is there any protection for you and family?
Well, I'm able to retire. So I've been going through this fight for 3 years. So no, there was no protection. I was going to get treated like the other 14,000, just discharged and go figure out what to do with life. That's what would have happened if it wasn't for SLDN and others helping me out. What was the second part of your question?
What are you going to do next? He's looking for a job.
Basically, what do you do next?
Rodeo clown.
I'm basically wondering if there's like a community of discharged servicemen who have started any other organizations like SLDN to protect each other and support each other and get you a job doing something else.
I mean, I don't know of it other than SLDN. I'm trying to think. I mean, no, I mean, other than just knowing people who might be able to help me out. But no, I mean, I'll be fine. And in fact, I got it when this first started. I signed the waiver to give up all my rights and just accept the discharge. And this was over 3 years ago. So I had secured a job already. So I was ready to move on with life. And then it sort of hit me that that wasn't the right thing to do, that I needed to go fight, and I actually had to turn that company down. So I'm sure I'll be able to get a job. It's just whether I'll, like you said, I don't think I'll do very well sitting behind a desk. I need to make a mess.
I want to piggyback what Vic just said and kind of follow up with your question. I did 13 years and then was actually thrown out on the DD 214, which is the discharge paperwork that Aubrey just spoke about. That's a discharge paperwork that everyone gets when they leave the military, regardless of what the reason was. Mine, the bottom of it says reason for discharge, homosexual admission, and then I refused to sign it because I had never admitted anything. One of the ripple effects of Don't Ask, Don't Tell is that I was not out to my family or my friends or anyone, other than a few gay service members that I knew, some friends in the military. So the repercussion of that is here I am out of the military after 13 years. I come from a military family. Everyone knew that I loved the military and had planned to stay to 20 years, and all of a sudden I have to ask the question, why'd you get out? And so at that point, Don't Ask, Don't Tell continues, even as a civilian. I have to either continue to lie if I don't want to out myself, or I have to be honest and say I was kicked out because of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And at that point, I wasn't prepared to do it yet. I was still very closeted, wasn't out to my family. If I applied for civilian jobs with the federal government, they want to see that TD 214, so any future employer sees that I was thrown out of the military for Don't Ask, Don't Tell. That's I've been given the scarlet H by the federal government.
Because folks see that as, I mean, some will look at that, any employer, and say, they don't even know the details of your case. They might just say, well, that was the law, and you clearly broke the law.
But if I may, I'd like to link this to the opening, and you asked what's next. One of the things that SLDN will be working on next is to assist those 14,000 service members who were discharged under Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And on the discharge paperwork, it's the characterization of their discharge. Homosexual, homosexual activity, homosexual admission. We are working with the Defense Department to remove that from their DD 214 paper.